What up guys, Oink here, and today I'm bringing you a game of Search and Destroy on a state, and I'm going to be talking a little bit about effective ways of rushing in this game. And I'd say there's two ways of effectively rushing, and that's pretty much whether you use a silent gun or if you use a unsilent gun. And I'm going to talk about using an unsilent gun when you're rushing in this game. And I'm going to be using the UMP. And a lot of people do use this gun silent. If you haven't had a go with it with maybe FMJ, do try it. It's pretty effective. But there's a few different things you need to do when you're going with an unsilent weapon. And that's because, quite obviously, they're going to know where you are as soon as you hit your first kill, and each time you make a kill they'll know where you've moved to. So the trick is to move a lot faster than you would do normally if you're rushing with a silent weapon. So for example, if you run straight down, got a kill, you might sort of go around the edge and try and get right behind them. But what I would do is go really fast and try and get as many kills as you can as quickly as you can, so that you can minimize the time in which the enemy know where you are. This left wing rush is really effective. You can almost always pick up a couple guys there on that little walkway that I did just there. And yeah, it's always a good one, and if they don't have anyone coming up that side, you can continue round behind them up into B, which I pretty much did in the first round, as you might have seen. So it's always going to be pretty effective going that way, as long as you get to that waterfall before anyone else. If they get there before you, they can pretty much spring the same trap on you, so you want to make sure that doesn't happen. And the other thing you want to make sure is that they don't come up that middle route here, which I'm sort of facing between the wall and the actual house, because that's a common rush from their side to come up there and get in behind you by that waterfall. So you just want to make sure that maybe just chuck a stun or a flash down there as you run past, or as I do here, actually go down there and make sure no one's coming up. This is quite bad shooting, so just forget about this bit. My Harrier picks up a couple kills, but I would try and suggest to you not to use higher kill streaks. I think I just didn't get around to changing it off, but I would almost always stick with lower kill streaks, maybe UAV, counter UAV and pred. And that's for the simple reason that the UAV is going to be a massive help, and each thing is only going to last you one round. If you call in a chopper gunner and one person's got cold-blooded, and by the time you've called it in, two guys are already dead, you might only get one kill with it, or something like that. So I would suggest sticking with the lower kill streaks. Counter UAV is really helpful, because if they pick up a UAV, you can just save that one up, and as soon as they call it in, just throw up the counter UAV and they won't have a clue where you are. And the Predator's just going to pick you up a few kills, maybe if they're grouped together. So this is an example of coming through the middle, like I was saying, you have to watch out, and I get the nice sort of double headshot there. It's a really good rush if they don't suspect that you've done it, so I would suggest not doing the same thing twice. If you take it up there one time, just switch it up the second time. Maybe you can revert to it the third time, but always change from what you did the time before, if that makes sense. So if you do one thing one time, then the next time do something else. Even if it's just slight variation, as in if you sit on one side of a corner of a room or something, if you know that that's a side they're coming up, the next time just go to the other side, because the first place they're going to look is the place you were in last time, and you can get the upper hand on them at that point and sort of spring a trap on them. just small things like that against a less competent opponent can really do a lot for your kills in a search and destroy. Now this guy, I didn't actually know where he was. Turns out he was on the roof, and I watched the video back, and as I ran past him I did actually see him up there. But you've definitely got to watch out for people up there. Snipers do love to go up there, and I get a nice afterlife kill there with my Semtex, but it is a common spot for snipers, and you've just got to be a bit wary of that as you're going to be. Now this is the person I'm playing in the party with, and this is hilarious. Just watch. Oh look at that. There he was. And this is pretty much just as bad. He's seen his teammate die, and he just goes and plants the bomb anyway. So that's a lesson you can learn. Even if they're using a silent weapon, if you see the little skull appear on your HUD or your HUD or whatever it is you call it, if you see a little skull appear, it's likely that they're going to be somewhere in that vicinity. So if you check the kill feed and the person that killed them used a knife, wherever that skull came up, that's exactly where they got killed. So I'd say if you're using a silenced weapon, it's better to actually shoot someone from close range than knife them from close range, because then you could be anywhere around the skull mark rather than exactly where they died. So this time you saw I ran straight to the estate and I got the plant down, and I'm not sure what the final score in rounds is. I know we win, and I do get quite a few kills in this one, which is always good. And you won't always get lots of kills in search and destroy, and this was a good game for me. But if you play it right and you know what you're doing, and you're a competent shooter and you've got good accuracy, you should do pretty well. I'd say if you're less sure of your skills, if that's the right way of putting it, go with a silent weapon. If you've got a less sure shot, if that makes sense to you guys, go with a silenced weapon, because you don't want to be giving away your position without getting a kill. I would say only shoot with an unsilenced weapon if you're fairly sure you're gonna get the kill on it. Otherwise you're just giving away your position unnecessarily, and that you don't really want. So yeah, I think this is my final death, I think. Yeah, I think this is my final death here. And I think we win this last round. So I've just sped it up for you because it's just spectating. At least I hope I've sped it up. I tried some stuff in Sony Vegas, which I hope has sped it up, but I'm not sure how this is going to work out. So if it's worked nicely, just leave a comment maybe, or if you know I could have done something better in terms of editing this video, do leave some feedback. And again, this is my first one to LGU, so I'd like people to just maybe tell me what they thought of the video, or anything like that. Final score is 17-2, but other than that, I hope you have a nice day, and I will be sure to have some videos up on LGU at some point. I'm not quite sure how long it takes for the videos to be posted, but I'll definitely try and be getting you some more videos soon. So if you did like it, come check my channel, that would be great. Maybe you could subscribe as well. And other than that, I'll see you guys on the other side.